Hello friends, this is our 8th video in our Terraform tutorial series. We have already covered all these topics in the previous videos. So if you are new here, be sure to check them out. In this video, we are going to learn about Terraform Workspaces and most importantly, how to use them to manage multiple environments like dev, QA, staging and prod efficiently. Related links of this video are mentioned in the description, so please make use of it. If you are interested in learning, then please do subscribe now and click nearby bell icon so that you will get the notification of the new videos. Usually, when we manage different environment, we will create a separate Git branches in a repository like dev branch, QA, prod and all. Or we'll create a separate directories like this. So dev environment will have all the Terraform resource files. Prod environment, I will have similar Terraform resource files. Similarly, for other environments, I will copy the same resource file and keep it in a different directory. This is how we generally manage the multiple environments. So each directory for each environment will have these resource files. For example, in this dev directory, which is managing my dev environment. So here if you see this main.tf, I have a resource section which is nothing but on dev environment will create a EC2 server. So same code, same directory, I will copy to create another environment. Let's say I want to have a different environment for prod. Then I will copy this directory and rename the directory to prod and I will make the changes accordingly. So here in this prod directory as well, I have a main.tf, which also having the same code. So similarly, if you want to manage multiple environments, this is what we do. So here is the actual problem. If I want to make a small change, like in dev environment, I want my instance to be T2 micro. I want all my environments resource type should be same. So in this case, if I want to use T2.micro or T3.medium, I need to go and update each main.tf file in every directory, update the value and I need to apply it. But if you want to manage these environments smartly, like I can use the same resource file and apply it for different environment. This is exactly where Terraform Workspace come in and make our life easier. So Workspace in Terraform is like an isolated environment that will have own state file, but it will share the same code base. If you see this diagram, the Terraform code base will be same, but for each environment, we will create a workspace. Each workspace will have a dedicated state file for that particular workspace. Here, we can consider this as an environment. This is the beauty of using Terraform Workspace. So think of it like we want to create and manage multiple environment like dev, prod, QA. Instead of creating these kind of different directories and copy paste the same code, I have created a single directory called workspace-demo. And I have copied the same code here only once. Okay, now we'll see how to create workspaces and how to switch different workspaces and how to apply it. Okay, so this is the directory I'm going to use it now. Let me first initialize. Even if you have not created any workspace, by default, Terraform has created workspace called default. So Terraform workspace show. Here, by default, Terraform has created a default workspace for you. So this is the one you have been using even if you don't know it. So let's create a new workspace for our environments. So how can we create it? Terraform workspace new, then the environment name. For example, dev. If you're not sure about these commands, you can get help. Terraform workspace --help. So this will give you the list of options available related to Terraform workspace command. Okay. Terraform workspace new, then the environment name. Here first we'll create dev, which is nothing but we are creating a workspace for the dev environment. So it is created. Once this is created, this will be switched into the created workspace. So how do you confirm it? Terraform workspace show. Now you are in dev. Similarly, we'll create another workspace prod. Now you are switched into prod. Again, I will create one more QA. So if I run this Terraform workspace show, this will show me the workspace I'm in. Okay. If you want to get list of workspaces available in your current directory, I can give list. So we have this much and I'm into QA now. Now if I want to switch over between any workspaces, I can use Terraform workspace select. I can switch to any workspaces I want. For example, if I want to get into dev, I can use the workspace name. Now I have switched into dev workspace. You can use list or show, that will give you the information. So this is how we switch between workspaces. Let's see how we apply the configuration for each workspaces. Okay. Now I have a similar Terraform configuration, like I have a provider where I have mentioned my provider is AWS and region is US East 1. Also I have a Terraform resource configuration file main.tf. Here I have defined my resource to create EC2. You can create multiple resources as you want. Okay, for this demo, I'll be using this one resource. Let's say if I apply this configuration from dev, the server will be created in the name like server 1. This is what we generally do from the default workspace. But smartly what we can do is dynamically we can update the value, like how we used variables. Similarly, we can use the Terraform workspace dynamically. For example, here in the prefix or suffix, you can define like dollar. Within the curling braces, I can use terraform.workspace. So this is my code. So my server name will be created like server1-dev. If you want, you can put it in the prefix. It's up to you. Okay. Let's apply this configuration. So right now I am in dev. So Terraform apply -auto apply. Okay, the configuration is applied now and we are in dev workspace. So this configuration is applied for dev environment. So let me go to my EC2 and refresh my page. So my server 1-dev is created. So we can think like this resources dedicatedly we have created for dev environment. Similarly, you can create multiple resources. Okay. As we have only one single resource, this is fine. Now, if I want to make the same code into multiple workspace, I need to switch over into that particular workspace. I can apply it. The point is, I'm using the same Terraform code for multiple environment. Select. I will go with QA now. Now again apply it. So the configuration is applied. Again I will switch over to prod environment. Again I will apply it. Okay, now if you take this example, we used same Terraform resource files. So I have created multiple workspaces to manage my different environment. So I switched over to each workspace and applied the same configuration. If you go to EC2 and refresh the page, now you see server 1 dev, server QA, server 1 prod. So you have servers for each environment. So the same code is used, but the resource gets created independently in each environment. How it is maintaining its state file for each workspaces? Because we need a state file. But if you see here, we don't see that TF state file. Instead, Terraform has created a directory called terraform.tfstate.d. If you expand this, you can see created a directory for each workspace and it has saved the file within the directory. So it is maintaining the TF state file dedicatedly for each workspace. Okay, one more thing, we can dynamically update the values based on the environment need. For example, for lower environment, I can use a small instance type. For production environment, I can go with little higher instance type. So how can we achieve this? Because we use a single resources. On that scenario, we can use conditions. So this topic is already covered in the condition topic. Go through it. Okay. So what I can do on instance type, how we generally use the different condition, some var dot instance type equal to, if it is prod, then I need to define the first value. For example, t3 dot medium. If the condition is false, Terraform can pick up the second value. I will go with t2 micro. So this is how we generally define the conditions. So this is the condition and it is the value of the condition. If this is true, then it will pick the first value. If it is false, then it will pick up the second value. So here, what we have to do is, we have to refer the workspace. Terraform.workspace. If the Terraform workspace value is prod, then my instance type will be t3.medium. If it is not, then it will use t2.micro as a instance type. So let me start from workspace, select dev. Now apply the configuration. Here the condition is false. The workspace is dev. So the condition is false. That is why t2 micro will be set. It is already set. So that is why it is refreshing. Now I will switch over to QA and I will apply the configuration. Okay, now I will switch over to prod, then apply the configuration. This time the condition will become true. Terraform workspace will be prod, so it will pick t3.medium as a type. Initially the instance type was t2 micro, so now the change is there, so it will apply the new change. So that is why we see this modifying. So the configuration is applied in all workspace. So let's go and refresh the EC2 page. So here if you see dev and QA, the instance type is t2 micro, but for production it is t3.medium. So Terraform workspace helps us to manage multiple environment using same set of code. So each workspace has its own isolated state file. So we can dynamically use the workspace name to change tags, names, instance types and other parameters. Okay, let's say we want to delete a workspace. So you can simply run Terraform workspace delete the name of the workspace. But the condition here is, if you are already in the workspace, you cannot delete it because it is an active workspace. So let me switch over to workspace, select QA. From here I will delete prod workspace. This is what I want to show you. If you are planning to delete a workspace, first thing, you need to delete all the resources. How would we delete all resources? Destroy. So only if you do a destroy and make it clean, then only you will be able to delete a workspace. So first I will destroy all the resources, then I will delete the workspace. As we have only one resources, it is deleting the one resource. If you have a multiple resource, accordingly it will destroy it. So now I will switch over to default. From here I can delete all the workspaces. First I need to switch over to another workspace. From here I will destroy the resources. Then we'll use prod. Again we'll destroy it. Now we'll switch over to dev. destroy the resources. Okay. Terraform Workspace list. From here, I will switch over to select Dev. Sorry, I have to get into default. From here, I will delete the workspace one by one. So this is how I need to delete it. Terraform Workspace delete the workspace name. I will start with Dev, then QA, then prod. Now we don't have any workspaces. This is how we use Terraform Workspace delete command. Hope this video is helpful for you to understand Terraform Workspace in a simple and practical way. See you in the next topic. Till then, keep practicing and have fun.
How did you feel? Is it helpful? Appreciate our efforts in the comment section below. Hit like button, share with your friends about us, subscribe our channel to get further updates. Stay connected with us on social networking sites. For more free tutorials, visit our website www.learnetyguide.net.